This is the R&M renovation and modernizations. What I'm going to talk is that it's a very debatable topic, and so I have not brought any presentations so that you can look into that. So basically, you have to listen me, and then I would have loved to reply your questions immediately, but now we have reserved time for that, so we'll talk on that. Write down your questions. So this is just a thought process. I'm not going to talk anything about my company, GE as a whole, but yes, more or less we'll talk more on what is happening in the market and what best we can do, both as a customer as well as supplier and bidders, what best can we do for the utilities, for the captive power plant located in India. Let me start from where Mr. Mule left. Fuel is scarce. We need the fuel. We have to save the fuel. And basically, this is the one way we can protect. We can protect the fuel once we go for the renovation and modernization of the machines. Our chairman, Mr. Bhartiya, clearly told that, yes, we have to save. We have to make the equipment more efficient. This is the way. I will share with you some of the data. This data has been received from CEA and other agencies who have collected these informations. There are about 140 units and all to the megawatt capacity of about 200 megawatt plus, a few of 100 megawatt also, 110 megawatt, but yet mostly it is 200 megawatt plus units. Now, these are due for the renovation and modernizations in the coming next 2 5-year plan. So 12th, we are already having the 5-year plan. We are going to have another 5-year plan, 13th 5-year plan. So you are left with only 9 years, less than 9 years to go for renovation and modernization of about 140 steam turbine generators unit in India. Now, you think about 140 in 9 years, so it comes to be something about 15 years a year, 15 units per year. How difficult it is going to be, so it is worth seeing. Now, there are about 90 units in state sectors. There are about 50 units in the central sector like NTPC, DBC, and others. So with this vast opportunities where can really improve, we have to think about it, really how to do it. I'm talking only right now for the government sector, state and central sector, but there are again a captive power plants. I'm not mentioning the data of the same, but yes, there are many plants which are due for the renovation and modernization. Some of the plants, you'll be surprised to know, are more than 40 years. They are running, but it's okay. They are somehow running. Now, the reason is that we will discuss why it is happening like that and how to do about that. So typical process, if you see, of the renovation and modernization in India, what we do, go for the RLA study, the first and foremost thing. We go for the RLA study, and after completion of RLA study, you get the report, sometime in very quickly, sometime it takes maybe 1.5 years also. So by the time you take the RLA report and recommendations, then you are left with preparation of the DPR, and then you go for preparation of the bid document. So by that time tenders comes out, it is almost 3 to 4 years. Your document is ready for bidding, 3 to 4 years. In the meantime, you don't know what has happened to the machine. And who has done the RLA study? There are various OEM in the market. They will not accept the recommendations given by some of the RLA agency who have carried out this type of report. So they will not accept it. So again, you are back to square one. So you see, so we have to stop something like that. You see, recent past, if you get you some data, there are very few R&M. I'm not talking about mini R&M or some LE or life extension or like that. Many nomenclature has been given in the market. Mini R&M, if you are replacing the cartridge of a boiler feed pump or replacing the tubes of a HP heater, you are calling it R&M. This is R&M. This is normal operations things what you are doing. You are not doing the R&M basically. So you have to think aloud about that, how to define the real R&M. And so now we have to stop this RLA study for steam turbines. See, any plant if you see 210 megawatt, take any example, be it is a Ramagundam, be it is a DVC Bokaro, or be it is a Badarpur or like that, any place you have at least 2 similar units which have already run for more than 30, 35 years. So why do you want to carry out the RL study? Just go for the RNM, straightway RNM of the first unit at least. Ideal will be there, you go for the complete plant. But if you are not have the fund, you don't want to go for that, what you should be doing that you go for the first unit completely. Why depend on RLA? Because you are the expert. You know, you have operated that plant, you know where is the problem. Now there is a technology with the different bidders coming to you, making presentation. By now, you know, both state sector as well as central sector, they are aware what are the technology available in the market and what is the current level of performance of their machines. So don't know exactly what are to be replaced. So we have to think about that, how to go, that is what to be decided. Now, with that, what is there for the bidders? What is the, you see, there are very limited bidders in the market. Sometimes we don't get many bidders to bid for a particular scope of supply and services for the R&M. Now there are few bidders, Siemens, L&T, and Alstom, and Doosan, or like that, there are GE there. So these are the bidders. Bidders are also very limited. There are 15 units available per year, 15 units, and you are hardly having 5 to 6 bidders. So everybody can get about 2 to 3 units per year. And if you see the volume terms, there are about $18 billion which is to be invested in 9 years. So $2 billion per year. So you can think of what is the figure coming out. So there, if you do 2 or 3 R&M per year, every bidder, they are going to stay in the market. But if you don't give them the opportunity to work on these, they cannot keep this setup for long. So this is what we have to think over and try to see how we can help them. So this is the way, this is good for the bidder, this is good for the customer and the nation as a whole, and let us try to do whatever best we can do for the nations. Thank you very much.